Welcome to Google Sheet tutorial. Today, I'll teach you how I have created my habit tracker in Google Sheets. So with the help of this habit tracker sheet, you will be able to completely track all your habits. So how well you're doing, the progress, you'll be able to completely track it. So it also comes with the monthly planner and like a day-wise planner also you can have it. So I'll teach you how you can create this habit tracker sheet and then how you can actually create an habit and then track that habit properly. First, I'll show you how the habit tracker is going to look like. This is how my habit tracker dashboard is going to look like. So here I have the complete monthly planner. So first you can see how is going to be the percentage done. We have a graph over here. So this habit tracker is actually called as a sunflower habit tracker. So here we have the stages of the sunflower. So for example, like the seeding, germinating stage like this, we have a entire stages for the how the sunflower will bloom. So like that, how our habit is going to bloom. So we have taken that as an example and then completely this habit tracker is done. So here you can see for the first quarter, second quarter, third and fourth quarter. So these are some of the monthly habits. So how well I have done that habit. And then here you can also see the percentage. So how much percentage is being done. And if the percentage is good, so like a full flower will bloom, or else whether it's in the small stage, germinating stage, easily with the help of the sunflower, I have shown how your habit has grown. So this is the complete monthly tracker. Also, it comes with an individual month tracker. So this monthly tracker, so we'll have the whole year analysis. So if a month by month tracker, also we can create it. So like where you'll have like every day you can just try to track your habits and then the monthly analysis, you will be able to get it over here. So I'll teach you from scratch how you can create this sunflower based habit tracker from scratch. Let's get started. So I opened a new spreadsheet and then named it as habit tracker. So first sheet, I'll just try to have this as monthly overview. So this is going to be my monthly overview. That is the whole year analysis I'm just trying to have over here. So before getting into this, first let me try to have the stages of the sunflower over here. So first I'll just try to take the pictures, the images from the internet. So it will be easy for us to do the other things, right? So I'll just open Google and then I can say sunflower growth stages photos. So you can get this photo over here. So this photo is available. So these are the 5 stages we have. So I'll just try to like have a screenshot of this one. So this particular range, I'll just try to select this one. So completely. So and then I'll just try to take a screenshot. So first I'll capture the screenshot. So I'll come somewhere over here and then I'll just try to paste it. So this is going to be the first screenshot. So I'll try to put this particular screenshot in the particular cell. So I'll have in the particular cell. So let me just try to completely select this and then I'll say merge center and then I'll have this center line. So this is going to be the stage 1. Okay, so I'll call this as stage 1. So next we'll do for stage 2. So stage 2, I'll come over here. So I'll just try to take a screenshot of this. So I'll capture this and then let me try to come and paste it over here. So I'll move this into this selected cell. So here I'll completely select this and then I'll say merge center and I'll center line. So this is going to be stage 2. So next let me come for the stage 3. So now I'll go to the image. I'll capture this, the third stage, and I'll paste it and I'll move this into the selected cell. Let me try to select this completely and I'll say merge center and I'll also do the center line. So there's the stage 3. So next we'll have the stage 4. I've captured it, I'll paste it and I'll move this into the cell. So I'll merge center and center line. So there's the stage 4 and last we'll have the stage 5. So I'll go and capture the stage 5 and then I'll have the image. So I'll just try to put this image in the particular selected cell, select this, I'll say merge center and I'll center line. So these are going to be my 5 stages for each and every habit over here. So now I'll try to come and create the tracker. So first I'll completely select this and I'll say merge center. So here I'll say monthly overview and let me try to increase the size of this. I'll make it bold. I'll fill this with the color So we can have the text color in white color, and let me have this center line. So this is going to be the title for my particular complete sheet. So this is the heading. So at the top, let me give some space for the dashboard. So we have the graphs and other things. So I'll just try to give some space. I'll come little bit below, and then here I'm going to have the habit. So maybe I'll just try to increase the width of this column, and then let me try to completely select this, and let me say merge center. So here I'll have the monthly habits. Whatever habits are going to be, that's going to be the table, first column over here for the table. Then I'm going to completely select this, and we are going to have quarter wise. So this is going to be the first quarter. So this is going to be first quarter one. So next I'll just try to select this and merge center. So this is going to be second quarter, so third quarter and fourth quarter. And I'll just try to flash fill this. So we'll get it for 4 quarters. So then I'll just try to completely select this, and then I'll merge center here. So we'll have the months listed. So like from January to December, we just need to list down all our months. So I'm just trying to select this, and then I'm trying to merge the cells. So now I have merged it till fourth quarter. So here I'll have the month Jan, and then I'll just try to flash fill this completely till December over here. So now we have got. So I'll completely select this, and then let me do the formatting. So I'll make it to the size 12. I'll make this bold, and also I'll align this to center align. So next I'll also fill this with the background color. So here I'll have the dark color. So and also I can change the text to white color, so it will be highlighting. So next, for each and every quarter, let's have a different color. So for this quarter, let's say I'm going to have this color, and for the next quarter, so let's have the other color. So I think this is pretty much same. So I'll just try to go and change the color to this color. So it's a little bit different color. So next I'll have this color, and at last for last quarter, let me have this color. So like this, totally we have 4 different colors we are like showing for the different quarters. So below this one, I can just try to go and enter all my habits over here. So let's say the first I'll have the habit is going to be like doing exercise. So I'll say exercise is going to be the first habit, and the next habit, let's say I want to read books. So that is going to be the next habit. Let's say the third habit is going to be like I want to drink more water. So next I can have like do yoga. So this is going to be one of my habit. And let's say the next habit is going to be learn a new skill. So just 1 or 2 modules I can just learn from whatever skill I'm just trying to acquire. So these can be some of my important habits over here. So I can just try to completely select this, and then I'll make this center align. So next here I am going to have whether done this particular habit for that particular month or not. So here what we are going to do is we are going to have a checkbox over here. So I'll go and then say insert checkbox. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the checkbox completely for all the skills. Okay. Similarly here likewise for all the months I'll be having the checkbox, and then I'll just try to flash fill this completely over here. Okay, so entirely I'll just try to flash fill. So for example, if for the January month I have done exercise, I can give tick. So whenever the checkbox is empty, it will be false. And then when the checkbox is going to be tick, when we have completed that, it's going to be true. So like this, I can give checkbox over here. So for all these complete, for all the months, I can just try to do it. For example, I have completed this. I have followed this habit for this particular month. I can just give tick like this. I can just do it. So I'll just try to randomly do it for this particular year over here. So now I have filled the checkbox for the I have completely entered the details. So for whichever month I have followed this particular habits. So now we'll just come to the little bit top, and then here we are going to actually have a graph. So here I'm going to have a table over here. So first we'll have the table. So here I'll say done. So here I'll have how many habits I have followed for that particular month, and then here I'll have not done. So how many habits I have not followed. So I can just have this over here. And then here I'm going to have the percentage done. So I'll have how much percentage has been done over here. So this is going to be these three important cells. So I'll just try to increase a little bit width of these particular rows completely. And then here I'll have the values over here. So I'll completely select this, and then the complete till here I can select, and maybe I'll just draw a borders over here. So the whole thing I'll just try to format. So I'll make this 12, make this bold, and also it's going to be center line, and I'll have it. So next is I'll just try to select this. We'll fill this with the color. So here I'll have this color, and then I'll change the text color. So the same colors, whatever we have given over here, the same colors let me try to have. So I'll just try to have the same color, and then for the next quarter I will have the same color for whatever I had for quarter 2. So next we'll do for quarter 3, and last for quarter 4. Okay, so these are going to be the colors over here. So next, below this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the images. That is nothing but here I'll have the complete image of this one. So whether for the month of January, whether it's going to be like fully grown, or whether the sunflower is going to be like bloom. Okay, so we'll have the stages over here. So for example, the first stage we can consider this from like 0 to 20% we can consider. So then the stage 2 we'll try to have it from 21 to 40%. So this can be for the stage 2. Then for stage 3 we'll have from 41 to 60%. And then stage 5 we'll have it from 61 to 80%. And then the last stage is going to be from 81 to 100%. Okay, so this is going to be the stages. So now we'll be having the sunflower over here, the stages of the sunflower below this one. So first we'll just try to come and check how many done values are there actually. So first what I'll do is here the formula is going to be nothing but we are going to count the values over here. So how many true values are there? So what I'll do is first I'll say is equal to, so here I'll say count ifs. So there is going to be two conditions we are going to check over here. So the first condition is nothing but we need to select the range. So I'll try to completely go and select the range. That means first we'll select this completely. So I need to check whether a value is there or not. So for example, so in the C34, 35 cell, if you see, I have no habit over here, but the checkbox is there. So it can be considered as false, right? So that is why I'm checking this first, whether I have a value here or not. So I'm completely selecting this over here, and then the condition is nothing but in the quotations, I'll just give opening and closing, greater than symbol, and then lesser than symbol I'll just give over here. So that means it will check whether there is some value inside this particular cell. Okay, so this is going to be the first criteria. And then the next is going to be, so in this particular complete range, so I'll completely select this, and then the condition is going to be true. So how many true values are there going to be there inside this? So this is going to be the condition. So now when I press enter, see I'm getting it as 4. And then because see, for exercise, drink more water, do yoga, and learn new skills. So here, in case if I'm going to uncheck this one, so it will automatically change to 3. So it will dynamically update over here. So in case if there is no skill over here, so if I try to go and check over here, see, it will not get updated at the top. So that's why I'm completely selecting two conditions we are checking for this count. So now I have done for the particular done. Now I'll try to do for not done. So the same formula. So I'll say count ifs, I'll open the brackets. So I'll completely select this here, and then give comma. So inside the quotations, I'll give opening and greater than and lesser than symbol over here. So then I'll completely select this range, comma. So here it's going to be false. So how many false values are there? I need to check. So now when I press enter, I'm getting as 1. So only 1 is unchecked. So if I check over here, so it will be 0, you can see. So if I go and check the values over here, so it is not counted over here since we don't have any habit listed down in these particular cells. So this is going to be the formula. Now I'll just try to go and do the absolute formatting. Since the C column, this range is going to remain the same, right? So I'll just try to do the absolute referencing over here. So only the D is going to change. So this one, it will change for it. If it is going to be for D, it will go for E column, F column, like this, it will just change. So only this is going to change. So I'll just try to do this, and then I'll completely flash fill this for the entire year. So here you can see 3. So 3 is checked. So automatically we are getting 3. So I have completely filled this for the whole year. Similarly, I'll come for not done, and here also I'll just try to do the absolute referencing for the C column. So since it's going to remain the same, so I'll do it. And now I'll just try to completely flash fill this for the entire year. So you can see how many are not done over here. So like 2, 0, you can see completely how many are not done easily with the help of this particular formula. So next I'll try to calculate the percentage done over here. So the percentage done, it's nothing but we are going to have the formula. So I'll say if error. So why I'm giving if error is in case in the denominator if there are no habits mentioned, so it will be 0. So then it will become an error, right? So in the denominator, if you're going to have 0, so it will become an error. So that's why I'm giving if error, and then I'm going to calculate the formula. So the formula is nothing but if this particular cell divided by, I'll open the brackets. So this cell plus the not done. So together I'll just try to calculate this. So this one whole thing we'll have, and then I'm just going to try to multiply this by 100, and then I'll just try to divide this by 100. So this is going to be the formula over here, and then I'll give comma 0. If this condition is going to be an error, it will be 0 over here. Okay, so I'll close the brackets, I'll press enter. So here you can see I'm getting it as 0.8%. That means, so totally 5 habits I have over here. So in that 4 habits, I have completed it for the particular month. So that's why I'm getting 0.8. So now if I try to completely flash fill this formula for the entire year, so you can able to get it. So here I'm getting 1. So because I have completed it for the entire month. For this month, all the habits have been completed. So that's why I'm getting 1 over here. So now I'll convert this into percentage. So here you can see I'm getting it as 80%, 40%, and I'll just format this as percentage over here. So this is the formula for this particular cell. Now, so below this one, according to the percentage done, I need to have the sunflower stage over here. So what I'll do is I'll just try to completely select this, and then I'll say merge center. So here I need to have the sunflower image. So here we'll be having a condition, since we have like if it is going to be 0 to 20%, 20 to 40, like this we have each stages, right? So we need to check what percentage or what is going to be the value over here. Only then we will be able to select which sunflower image we need to bring over here. So for that I'll be using the nested if condition over here. So I'll say is equal to, and then first I'm going to say if, I'll open the brackets. So first let me say that if this particular cell, okay, so there's nothing but it's in percentage, the value is actually like 0.8, right? So that is the thing. So here if D14 is going to be less than or equal to 20. So if this is the first condition, if it is going to be less than or equal to 20, then I want which cell? So I want this particular cell, right? So that is, I'll select this particular cell. So R6 I want, and then I'll give comma. So if this condition is going to be false, it will come and check for another if condition. So here I'll open the brackets, and then here I'm going to, so if this condition is going to be false, I'll go and check for another if condition. So here I'll give if, and then the next condition is going to be if this particular cell, okay, so if this particular cell is going to be less than or equal to, so 40, so that is the condition. So we can even give this as like 0.2. So since it's going to be 0.2, which is converted as a percentage, right? So I can say 0.2, and here I'll say 0.4. So if it is going to be less than or equal to 0.4, if this condition is going to be true, so I'll have this stage 2 cell over here. So then I'll give comma. So if this condition is going to be false, I'll go and check for another if condition. So I'll open the brackets. So if my D14 is going to be less than or equal to 0.6, and then if this condition is going to be true, I'll have the third stage image over here, and then I'll give comma. So if this condition is going to be false, then I'll have another if condition. So here I'll check if that is this particular cell is going to be less than or equal to 0.8. So if this is going to be true, I'll have the stage 4. So this particular cell I'll select comma. So if it is going to be false, so I'll say another if condition. So this is going to be the last condition. So if this particular cell is going to be less than or equal to 1, so that is the condition. So if it is going to be true, I'll have the stage 5 image, and then I'll close the brackets. So here totally I think I'll be having 5 brackets. So I just need to close all these brackets over here. So totally 5 brackets I have. So I'll just try to close all the 5 brackets. So now you can see when I press enter, I'm getting it as the 4th stage I'm getting. See here, this is the 4th stage. Since we have said 80%, right? So it's in the 4th stage we are getting over here. So now I'll try to go and do the absolute referencing. So since all these cells are going to remain the same. So only the D is going to change, but whereas all the cells are going to remain the same. So I'll do the absolute referencing for all the R column completely. So since the image is going to remain the same, so I'll do it for all the 5 conditions over here so that I can easily able to flash fill this formula. So now I have done. So now when I try to completely flash fill this formula, see, I'll be able to get the sunflower blooming. So here you can see 100% I'm getting the complete sunflower. So here it's all in the 40%, the second stage. So this is the first stage. So here we have the second stage. So this is the third stage. This is fourth and fifth stage. So all these stages you will be able to easily see with the help of this particular sunflower. So now this is how we can do for the complete year wise or quarter wise analysis. I have done it. So now let me try to come to the top and then let me say how many goals like we have achieved, like how many habits we have actually achieved. So let me try to have that over here. So here let me try to select this completely. I'll say merge center. So here I'll say goals achieved. And then below this one I'll have how many goals have been achieved. So I'll just try to select this. So here I'll try to have the complete image. So this particular cell I'll just have it. So the complete sunflower I'll just try to have it over here. And then let me try to completely select this. I'll increase the font size, make this bold. And I'll also try to draw the borders over here. So here I'll just try to fill this with the color. And then here I'll need to count how many places the goal has been achieved. I'll say is equal to, so count if, and then I'll open the brackets. So the range is going to be completely this. So I'll select this comma. So the criteria is going to be if it is going to be greater than 0.8. So that is going to be the condition, right? So here I'll say greater than 0.8. So this is the condition and then I'll press enter. So here you can see only one. So only one place it is greater than the 80%, right? So that's why only one goal has been achieved we are getting over here. Now we'll try to create a graph for how the percentage has been achieved over the months. So I'll just completely select the months over here and then I have the percentage completely. I'll just try to select this. I'll go to insert and then I'll create a chart. So I'll have a line chart over here. So maybe we can just have an area chart. So here I'll go and have the chart as percentage done. So this is going to be the chart title. I'll just have it over here. I can just little bit reduce the size. And I'll place this chart over here. And we can also change the color to our theme colors. So like a green color, we'll just have it. So here I can see the complete entire month wise, how much the percentage has been done. So easily I'll be able to completely track. So you can see first 80%, then 40% like this. I'll be able to see for all the months over here with the help of this particular graph. So here is how I can do the complete monthly overview. Now I'll also show you a small dashboard how you can also create the for a month, a week by week overview how you can create. So this is going to be a little bit similar how you're going to create the monthly overview. So let me try to go and show for a particular month. So let's say for January, I'm just going to do it. So I'll completely select this and then I'll merge center. So here I'll say January. I'll increase size, make this bold. So there's going to be the title. So I'll fill this with this particular color and I'll also center line. So here we'll be trying to do a similar thing, how whatever we have done over here. So only some other things are little bit going to change. So I'll just completely try to select this and then I'll have over here. So maybe I'll just try to completely paste that over here and let me try to increase the width of this particular column. So I'll have, so instead of my quarter one, so here I can have like week one and then these can be first day, second day, third day, like this I can just have it. So let me say 3. So I can just try to flash fill this like for the entire month. I can just have it. So I'll completely select this and then I'll just try to flash fill this for the entire month. So like this we can have for month. So the first 7 days I can just I'll completely unmerge this. So I'll say unmerge everything. So here I'll first try to select the 7 days and then I'll say merge center. So here this can be our week 1 and then the next week we can just try to completely select this I can fill this with the color, and then this one I'll say merge, and here I can have week 2. So like this for all the weeks, I can just try to do it. So maybe I'll have the complete checkbox for the entire week over here, and maybe we can just try to reduce the width of all these columns. So like this, we can just try to do it for the week, and then like week by week, we can try to do it. The same thing you can also try to do it for the other 2 weeks as well. So, and at the top, we can have a similar table like this, the done percentage for each and every day. You can just try to completely track. So I'll just try to copy this and then paste this over here. So here the formulas are wrong. So I just need to completely go and change the formulas over here. So since this is going to be, so I'll say the range is going to change. So here the range is going to be the starting from here to here. So I'll completely select this, and then I'll do the absolute formatting, referencing over here. So the absolute referencing, I'll do it over here. And then it's going to be here, the E is going to remain the same. So now when I press enter, see I'm getting 4 done. So I'll just try to flash fill this formula till here. So till 14, I'll just try to do it. So similarly, this one also, I'll go and change the range. So the range is different. So I'll completely select this is going to be the range. And then I'll do the absolute referencing. So this is going to be the formula. So I'll completely try to select this completely over here. So now this formula is correct. So I'll just try to flash fill this completely over here. So here you can see 0% done. So like this, you can just try to get this formula correctly over here. Okay. So easily you will be able to completely see how much percentage is done over here. So maybe I can just try to decrease the decimal points over here. So you can see 0%. So if I can try to go and check this, so you can see 40% is done. So like this, we'll be able to get it. Next, if you want, you can also have the sunflower blooming. So the stages of the sunflower below this one. So similarly, however we have done for the monthly analysis, you can just try to have for the particular month over here. So like day-wise analysis also, you can just try to track. So for example, for this particular day on January 1st, let's say I've done this, I have not followed this particular habit. You can just track of all these things over here, and then automatically you can also have the sunflowers. However you have done over for the monthly analysis, you can just try to do the same thing. For the day-wise analysis, you can just try to do it over here, and then you can create the chart also at the top over here. So same thing, however we have done for the monthly overview. So this is how actually you can create a habit tracker and then track your habits completely with the help of this sunflower. So you'll know like which stage, how it is, whether it's blooming or it's in the germinating stage. You'll be easily able to completely track all your habits with the help of this particular habit tracker. So if you wish to use this habit tracker template, I have given the link in the description. You can just try to go there and download the complete habit tracker from there. So also, I've created multiple templates to track your productivity and lifestyle, like your to-do list tracker, and then weight loss fitness, travel planner, and many other trackers. So if you wish to download these templates, you can visit my website, plrdeck.com, and then you can try to download it from there. Also, these templates comes for both Excel and Google Sheets. The great thing about these templates is that it comes with master resale rights and commercial rights, where you can try to change these templates as per your wish and then share it with as many people you like. I hope you would have liked this video. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more such content. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I'll see you in another Google Sheet or Excel tutorial.